I don't think, put it this way, I don't think Forest will be 7th this year. I think they'll fall away from that.
Well, no, it's a nice segue because this was a question I wanted to ask. Wolfie, you told me you thought Forest would get 6th with Nuno. Now you have Ange. Where are Forest finishing this season?
About the same. Maybe higher, maybe one place lower. I'd say ±1. Because I still look at our squad and I can't find 7 teams that have a better squad than us in the Premier League. So I think we will.
You were saying to me on WhatsApp, this is absolute blasphemy.
What did I say to you?
You can't do that. You can't expose the private chat.
Oh, yeah, man. No, it's like the Vegas stuff. What did I say?
What did you say? You've been going back looking at how. By the way, this is nothing personal. We're not talking about people's personal lives. We're talking about football, right? I've been looking at the way he plays, the way he sets up, blah, blah, blah. I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. And now you're going, our squad.
Exposed.
Wait, but how does that change where I think
Wolfie's doing a YouTube thing. He's doing a YouTube thing.
I'm not doing a YouTube thing, but we are on YouTube, George. Breaking news.
Because your play
that doesn't change. Shall I tell you what changes? Is that things flip around. Where did Forest do well last season? When they were playing against attacking teams where we could counter-attack. Where did we do shit last season? When we were playing against teams that gave us the ball and went defensive. This is going to flip on its head. There's more defensive teams in the Premier League than there are attacking teams. I could see Forest getting tonked by Arsenal on Saturday 5-0 and then going and tonking Burnley 4-0 and 5-0 when we play Sunderland the week after.
Wolfie, I think you got it the wrong way around. Tottenham played better against counter-attacking teams. Like if we against the bigger clubs, we used to
I ain't talking about Tottenham, bro. I'm talking about Forest. You've tried for 50 minutes to get me on Forest. Now you want to bring it back to shitty Spurs again.
You're talking about Ange. You said this season.
I don't think you've watched Ange very closely.
No, you just sat there and said, no, Wolfie, you just sat there and said that against Burnley, you find those games going to be easier. No, those games with Ange were the toughest games to watch because we couldn't break down low blocks. We had a complete.
I'm sitting here telling you about Forest. I haven't said Ange yet. This is what I think is going to happen. I think the narrative's going to flip. Also, with all due respect, George, your strike force under Ange was utter shite.
I've said I think you have a better,
better
squad than we had last year.
Like we've got better attacking players than you had when Ange was there, and I don't think you can really dispute that. Son was basically in a Zimmer frame. Brennan Johnson, you all hated. Solanke was useless. Richarlison injured.
Got better midfield as well.
Better midfield as well. So I haven't mentioned Ange in my little monologue now at all. All you want to do is still talk about Spurs.
Him or not, he's your manager right now. I don't want to talk about Spurs. I want to talk about the football that you're playing. You sat there and said that against the smaller teams, you're going to find it easier. When you won't, you'll find it harder against the smaller teams. You're still, as you have in general, against the bigger teams, you have good games because you can counterattack. That's the only way Ange will actually thrive. Is although he's not a counter-attacking manager, I've watched him enough to know his attacking football is not fluid. You have more depth than us. You're not lying. Your squad this season is better than our squad last season. Yes, but you still lack that star quality, that power to score. I think you still lack that. You have a lot of options, but how good are these options that you have? That's the bigger problem.
The options are fantastic.
Spurs fans, sorry, George and Savva. Do you think Wood can work? Because obviously he's not a presser, is he? He's immobile.
I go Jesus. I go Jesus will probably be the starter. Right?
Or Callum Mwenda
maybe as well.
Joe, the problem you've got here
Wood, then I'll take him.
When you talk about the quality of a squad, I think that the difficulty is it's just about the way he plays. When we're talking about how bad the Spurs squad was, when you look at Van der Ven, Romero, Porro, Spencer, Dogie, Bentancur, Basuma, Kulusevski,
Archie Gray, say it, Gray.
I'll go on then, Archie Gray. I'll say it, Archie Gray. When you look at this squad, it should never have been 17th. So I don't think that Forest. I said I came on the other week, didn't I? I said I actually think Forest have had a decent window, that they bought some good players.
They did.
My problem isn't my problem if I was a Forest fan wouldn't be about how good my squad is. It's about how does Ange set up. If Ange sets up the way he did at Spurs for 2 years, it doesn't matter how good a midfielder Anderson is, or Douglas Luiz is, or how good a fullback Aina is, or Williams is. If they're not being played in the right positions, which is what Ange did with our players, none of that matters how good the players are. You will be ripped apart. So that, as I said at the beginning, if he does that, you're going to struggle. If he doesn't, if he's adapted, if he's learned from his tenure at Tottenham, then you'll be absolutely fine.
And I think that's the most sensible point you've made today. I really do. Because everyone's prejudging stuff that he hasn't yet done. And by the way, Savva, it's nice to be talking to you while you have a top on, because your recent messages to me have been quite topless lately. So it's nice to see clothes back on you, bro. But I agree with what you just said there. Look, for me, if Ange's utter shit after 10 games, I'll be telling him to fuck off. But if he's putting stuff together and things are looking good, then I'll back him. I don't care who the manager is. My club is bigger than any manager. And the club will always come first. Managers will come and go. I've seen a shitload of them in my lifetime. And the only ones I really got that attached to were people like Frank Clark, because he took us into Europe. He gave us memories in Europe. And obviously Cloughie, but I was too young for the Cloughie era. But you go and ask any Forest fan who was alive in those eras, no one will touch Clough. And even the younger fans like me, the 23-year-olds, Cloughie is our legend because of what he has done for this club. And what has he done? He's put those trophies on the board. I can't tell you how well or not Forest played in the final against Malmo, but I can tell you we have the trophy. And that was my point when I was talking about Ange's legacy. Ange's legacy from Spurs. Yes, you as an analyst and whatever will see the 22 games, but the memories of that trophy being lifted is the memories that will be taken away. In all relationships, you can either reflect on it at the bad times you had in that relationship, or you can look back and reflect at the good times. It just depends
Why
what
do
your outlook
relationships
on life
end?
is. What?
Why do relationships end?
Sometimes people die.
She's not giving brain.
What?
Bro, if you're married and you die, the relationship pretty much comes to an end.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure
Wolfie's
you
lost
knew
his
that's
mind.
not what I was talking about.
Wolfie's
Most
crazy.
relationships end, though, at the end because things aren't working.
Bro,
Yeah?
till death
So
do us
that's the
part.
same
Like
with
me and you,
Ange.
Savva. Till death do us part, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. But again, Ange, we can have that good memory of him winning it, but I can't forget the memory of him not winning it. But
You're
let's see
missing
what
my
he does with
point.
you
You're
lot.
missing my point. You're completely missing the point. I'm not saying you have to forget about it. I am saying that's what he will be remembered for, bro. You can
Not
try and
just-
squeeze the 22.
not just
Maybe
that,
not
no.
to you. Maybe not to you. But
No.
I think, and I can say, I don't know, Spurs are a bit of a deluded fan base with delusions of grandeur. But I think, and I would still assume, most Spurs fans in 10 years' time will still remember that moment when Son lifted the trophy.
Do you know what? Do you know where I disagree with you? Right, go on.
Go on, Hooks. Go on, Hooks.
Now, I was just gonna say, do you know where I disagree with you? And I kind of hear Savva's point. Like, in 10 years, like, yeah, Savva may look back and be like, yeah, man, like I'm gassed. And I'm happy because we won the Europa League. Because anyone's happy when their team wins a trophy, right? But he's not gonna pull out the Blu-ray or whatever it is in 10 years time and watch back the Europa League run with any real
Blu-ray?
excitement. Like, yeah, whatever it will be, then he's not gonna pull it. Like, he's not gonna. You're not gonna. No Tottenham fan is gonna look back and watch that run with. Do you know what? Truth be told,
Definitely no one's watching that final again. Let me tell you that.
yeah, exactly. Like, truth be told, and correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Spurs' run to the Champions League final, it was actually better than your run to the Europa League final.
But they didn't win.
Well,
The only
it's
difference
the
is-
Champions League, so you'd expect.
Yeah, but the only difference is you won the Europa League, and that's the point. You're not going to look. Come on, George. You're like, come
Yeah,
on.
but Hooks, the end.
You're
No,
not
but
just
I don't get what you're saying. Because I
I'm
can talk
saying,
about
innit?
the last trophy we won before the Europa League, which was the Carling Cup. And every Spurs fan, remember, one day Ramos being a shit manager. He just won that trophy. Nobody thinks, oh, he was such a good manager. We finished 13th that season or something. We were shit. And he got sacked 6
No, but
months
I'm
after.
talking about the run. I'm talking about the run because that's part of when you look back on winning trophies.
Only
Look at
four
the run.
more than Ange, so maybe Ange wasn't that bad, really.
Exactly. And let's not forget, Joe, they've had Mourinho, they've had what's his face, Conte, they've had Poch, who they all laud about. None of them got Spurs a trophy. Like,
Yeah, but
I would say,
none of them lost 22 league games in a season and finished 17th as
yeah,
well.
but when I ask you what will Poch
know what I
be
mean?
remembered for, you always tell me, oh, he lost in the final. That's his standout memory. It's like trophies matter.
Yeah.
Trophies matter.
It does,
Ange out, it's
Wolfie,
fine,
this
but
is the
don't
thing,
undermine his
you
trophy.
do this a lot. You do this a lot. If you look at Poch's tenure, it wasn't just one Champions League final that he lost that we remember him by. It was that he took over an absolute shambolic mess at Tottenham, turned us into one of the best teams in the league for 3 or 4 years, got to a Champions League final, produced some top players, had the best defence in Europe for 2 years in a row. That 4 or 5 years under Poch was, we were good. We were a good team. No one was mocking us. We were good. And then we didn't kick on. So it all depends on how you want to look at it. Yes, Ange will always be remembered for winning the trophy. He'll also be remembered for me for having the worst points per game ratio I've ever seen a manager have in a year.
To be fair, the only manager in the Premier League era that won something for Tottenham that was decent was our old manager. The others were just a mess.
And even him, he finished mid-table when he won it. He finished about 11th, bro. Like,
yeah. Look, let's.
Did he have David
like
Ginola?
The Spurs.
Did he have David Ginola then? Or
low league performance represent cups. It's normal.
Yeah. Well, look, let's do these supers, and then I want to move. Big up to everyone that's here, man. There's well over 2,000. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you're following every single one of these. And of course, you've got OK jerseys as well. A lot of people are getting their replica jerseys. Please make sure that you're getting involved as well. If you put in the code 12man, you can get 8% off as well. Just like that one. Have you got Zidane on the back yet or not?
No, I didn't get Zidane, but I will be putting Zidane 10 on the back of that. You should get Henri 12 on that, innit?
Yeah, maybe that's what's going to happen. Prue says Ange was given two kids in a second season transfer window, and Savva is still blaming Ange. The Lulu Spurs man.
Look, but you know what? Before we do the silly clapping, this is the thing: is Prue. What about the year before? He wasn't given kids the year before, right?
Did you just call him poo poo?
No, Prue, wasn't it? Is that his name? That is his name, right? Prue.
Is there a Carlson fan? That's what
he's also said. Savva, sorry, quickly. Bergvall is overrated. 1 goal and assist in 30 appearances. Is that true?
I mean, he's not a goal scorer, but he's young. He's a young player and needs time to develop.
Oh, George. Hey, Dan, do you remember the conversation? Do you remember the argument? Do you remember? Interesting.
Wait, enlighten us for those in the audience that
I won. The battle that nobody watched. Us fans don't want to watch that video back because I won it.
You didn't win. 1G8.
You won one of the topics.
Well, I won all the topics. Just that one was the biggest one.
So that fight format, I did see that. I thought George did all right, to be honest.
Ola says Big Ange will play pragmatically and shock everyone. Could you imagine?
What will his reception be like at White Hart Lane, at your new stadium?
Shite Hart Lane.
I think it'll be fine.
You think it'll be fine? Yeah. Cool.
A nice clap.
It should be a standing ovation, Joe. It should be a standing ovation.
Everyone should bow.
I think it'll be an okay reception.
Do we bow Ramos? Do we bow George Graham? These two won trophies as well. No one talks about them.
Yeah, but it wasn't a big European trophy.
And neither was this a big European trophy.
It looks pretty big.
1 hour, 4 minutes. All right, great, perfect. Love it.
Okay, let me read this out. Andy says, big up, great show. Can you read my last comment? I've had to scroll and I have found it. He says, sorry, Wolfie, but you're either deluded or fronting. Ange is the worst manager in Spurs have had in a lifetime. Good luck, you'll need it. I sub to say this. The league is the barometer. There we go.
Okay, so you tell me who's factually more a successful manager in your lifetime at Spurs. I'll wait.
Oh, okay. Let me just quickly go around the panel very quickly. I've got Spurs.
This is why we want it to go wrong. Sorry, Dan. Joe, this is why when you say about why we all saying what we're saying, it's because Wolfie's got a lot of chest for a guy that secretly we all know is really unhappy with this signing of Ange, but is fronting it on screen. We all know this. Right? He went on Australian sports TV and gave it the old, I'm actually optimistically excited. Shut up. That's not what you've been saying.
Nervously excited.
Nervously excited. You don't like it at all. You were mocking us for all our defeats. All I'm saying is keep the same energy this year.
Bro, you've just been on holiday, bro. I would have expected you to come back a little more relaxed, man. All this upheld anger, and I thought you would have worked that out in the pool.
Anger. I'm relaxed.
Like, why didn't you work that out in the pool, man? It's okay.
Let me
There's no
ask.
anger.
Let me ask this because I've got Forest. I'm just going to keep them where I put them, which is in 11th. George, where are they going to finish under Ange? Forest.
I think. Do you know what? Where did I have them? I had them. I think 9th, 8th, in and around that. I honestly think that the Europa League's just going to make them suffer. He's going to have to choose one. So yeah, 8th or 9th for me.
Okay, Hooks.
I think, well, I did it when Nuno was there, innit? But I think I had them 8th because my hot take is Everton will finish 7th. So, yeah.
I think
Maybe
Everton are going to be quality as well. I haven't quite got them that high. I think I've got Everton in the top half, though. Jay, what are you saying?
8th.
Okay. Savva? 12th. Joe?
I had them 8th as well, but that was with Nuno, so I don't know how it's going to go. But so we'll just stick with 8th. We'll stick with 8th.
And
What did
Wolfie,
you say?
think 6th, maybe higher?
I think 6th in the Europa League.
In the Europa League. I'll tell you what.
True. There's no Premier League team that's no. Do you know what's so funny? Is I don't get that he thinks you're going to be the first Premier League team to handle both schedules. Like you're not going to be able to do it. There's been no Premier League team to do it. Even Liverpool suffered at times when they were doing Thursday, Sunday. Like, and you think your squad's good enough?
You know who did do it? You know who did do it, George?
Ange Postecoglou.
Forest.
Oh, 40 years ago. We're talking about Premier League, mate.
They did it. Bro, they were squad sizes of 15 back then.
Don't know what that is.
I love Wolfie, man. I love Wolfie so much, man. It's crazy. Okay, look, we're gonna move. I was gonna touch on Chelsea to be honest, quickly, but see, we haven't really got any Chelsea guys here. I didn't really understand what's going on, to be fair, because I've been well busy today. Just quickly, does anyone want to kind of enlighten me as what's happening? And is this a massive thing about Chelsea, or is it just?
They're going. Apparently, they're going to pay the same fine they paid for UEFA. It was about £8.5 million, and they've accepted it. They actually grasped themselves up.
Yeah.
They accepted it.
Apparently, when Bowley took over, he saw all these dodgy dealings within the documents, and he pretty much just snitched on himself to save them from, being further hit down the line. So I don't think they're actually going to have like anything wrong. Like I said, there'll be a little fine smack on the back, like nothing.
It was for Willian, Eto'o, and Hazard. Some dodgy.
It was in the Roman era, wasn't it? It was.
Apparently, what they were saying that they weren't. They were lying about the fees, but then paying the agents and players on the back end or something. It's something crazy, like typical Chelsea business, really. Like, it's not.
Sorry, are we glazing over this? Are we just glazing over this? I got a speeding ticket and I was freaking put up to be hung. And we're just glazing over 74 charges here. Are we for real?
No, but it's old. I think the problem is, Wolfie, it's old news, right? This is from between 2011 and 2016. I think the reason why the panel will tell me if I'm wrong. I think the reason why people are probably not in uproar about it is this isn't the same Chelsea or the same ownership, and their owner took it to the FA and said, "Hey, this has been done wrong. What do we do?"
It's the same Chelsea though. They haven't rebranded their name.
I don't think.
Wolfie, do you want
to be an uproar about? The owner's gone. All the players are different. The coaches are different.
It's the same club, Sav. It's the same. Why are we giving them an easy time here? All their fans are in hiding.
What is there to be angry about?
And at the end of the day, it's the FA as well. What the FA going to do, man? Ban them from the FA Cup.
Yeah. Who is it you want us to be angry at, Wolfie?
Huh?
Who is it you want people to
I think what Wolfie's saying is he wants the same energy that Forest were getting against them, and now we're like, it's Chelsea, whatever. I think that's what he's
exactly. Like,
because I think it was Chelsea from like 15 years ago.
I don't care. I'm still pissed off at 1984 when Anderlecht cheated. I haven't had my justice for that.
I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what you want me to be angry about. Let me get this right. So Chelsea messed up and cheated. New owners came in and went, shit, the old owners cheated. We've admitted it. Who are we angry at exactly?
Chelsea.
Okay, and what's that going to achieve? How
about we get angry at this whole two-tiering system where we're still waiting on 115, or is it 130? I can't keep up. We were told in March, that the decisions haven't all been done. They're reading through the documents to verify them all. My God, how slow do they read? Now we see that. Let's not forget Chelsea were criminals as well in Europe because they've been fined in Europe. They've got suspended sentences. And then on top of that, Chelsea have been doing dodgy dealings in the era where they were winning trophies. But yeah, let's
What are
glaze
you
over
angry at?
it.
I can't lie. I'm with
Chelsea.
Wolfie here. I'm with Wolfie.
Thank
here.
you, George.
All right,
Let's
cool.
have it
All right,
right.
we're angry
It was
at
during that
Chelsea.
same period.
Now what?
Now I'm gonna say Spurs won the league in 2017. That's what we did. Because Chelsea cheated.
There you
Wolfie,
go.
right?
Yeah,
Chelsea cheated.
there you go.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
we won the league.
Yeah.
We
So
won the
you
league.
should be
Sure.
angry, George, at
won the
Chelsea for
league.
cheating in that period.
We won the league.
But it
bro.
doesn't matter because we're doing some kind of statute of limitations here.
No, I'll be
Relegate
honest.
them.
It's
Relegate
like
them.
me finding out my ex from 10 years ago cheated on me. It's like if I found out about it now, would I be angry? Give a shit.
If you
Would
found
you?
out she shot someone, you'd be angry about it now. It depends the level of the
She
crime.
shot someone.
I don't know. Maybe that's why she's your ex. I don't know.
About?
But I'm just saying the level of the crime needs to dictate what's happened.